said, well, you're giving it a little hard time, right? I said, not that I know of.
What did that mean?
That meant that we were supposed to be doing as well as we were doing.
Wow.
And so then the road manager came later on and told us that we were going home that morning.
You're kidding.
Gladys Knight disclosed that she and Diana Ross experienced a 37-year period of tension that did not resolve until 2005. Knight shared details of this conflict in an interview with The Insider and addressed the matter in her memoir. The dispute originated during the Motown Records era, when Gladys Knight and the Pips toured with the Supremes. Knight stated Diana Ross appeared dissatisfied with her vocal performances during their joint tour dates. Knight expressed confusion about this reaction, noting that Ross already received considerable attention from Motown founder Berry Gordy and others within the company. Gordy was romantically involved with Ross during this period. According to Knight, Gordy and Ross invited Gladys Knight and the Pips to serve as the opening act for the Supremes on tour. The arrangement did not continue as planned. Knight recalled receiving a telephone call from Gordy during the tour. Gordy stated he had heard Knight's group was negatively affecting his act, referring to the Supremes. Knight responded that disrupting the show was not their intention and they were simply performing their set. Gordy then informed Knight and the Pips they should return home the following day. Knight said they went back home and that concluded the situation. The group was removed from the tour without advance warning. Knight described the circumstances surrounding that phone conversation. She stated that just before receiving Gordy's call, she observed Ross looking out from behind an upper-level theatre curtain on stage. Knight characterized this behavior as unusual for Ross. When asked directly whether Ross had been unkind to her, Knight responded that she was not a liar and knew Ross was not the happiest with her. Knight's phrasing remained measured in her public discussion of the incident. Gladys Knight and the Pips departed that tour and ended their association with Motown Records in 1973. The group had joined Motown around 1966 after initially recording with Fury Records. Their Motown period included significant commercial success before the relationship concluded. The tension between Knight and Ross persisted for decades. The conflict remained largely private during this extended period. Public awareness of the dispute increased after Knight addressed it in her memoir and subsequent interviews. Knight stated the feud concluded around 2005. Both performers eventually discussed the incident from decades earlier. Apologies were exchanged, and the artists reconciled their differences. The reconciliation occurred after both had established substantial solo careers and achieved recognition as music legends. Knight acknowledged that competitive dynamics within the music industry contributed to conflicts between performers. She noted that Ross possessed an intensely competitive nature. Knight suggested this competitiveness functioned as both an asset and a liability for Ross. The competitive drive may have pushed Ross to achieve high standards in her musical output. However, the same quality potentially created difficulties in professional relationships with other artists. Knight has been described as the Empress of Soul. She formed her singing group with family members during the 1950s when she was a child. The group initially toured throughout the southern United States. Their career accelerated significantly after beginning work with Motown. As lead singer, Knight frequently took center stage with her vocal performances. Her strong vocal delivery became a defining characteristic of the group's sound. During their early period with Motown, the group opened for the Supremes at colleges and other venues. In a 2015 appearance on Sway's Universe, Knight recounted feeling marginalized compared to Ross, despite confidence in her own abilities. She prefaced her account by stating she prefers kindness, but also values truthfulness. Knight described performing at colleges and similar locations as the opening act for the Supremes. Knight recalled that after one particularly strong performance, their road manager informed them that Gordy wanted to speak with her. The telephone conversation that followed resulted in their removal from the tour. Knight stated she was surprised by the development given the Supremes' talent and status as major stars. The incident reflected competitive tensions within Motown's roster of female performers. The label featured multiple successful acts fronted by women during this era. These groups competed for promotional resources, prime touring opportunities, and favorable treatment from label management. Diana Ross became one of Motown's most prominent artists. Her relationship with Berry Gordy provided her with significant influence within the company. Ross transitioned from the Supremes to a highly successful solo career. She achieved crossover success in pop, film, and eventually became a cultural icon. Knight also achieved substantial success. Gladys Knight and the Pips recorded numerous hit records. Their version of Midnight Train to Georgia became one of their signature songs. Knight won multiple Grammy Awards throughout her career. She earned recognition for her vocal ability and emotional delivery. The Motown era represented a significant period in American music history. The Detroit-based label produced numerous influential artists and helped shape the sound of popular music in the 1960s and 1970s. Internal dynamics at the label sometimes created competitive pressures among artists. Berry Gordy built Motown into a major commercial enterprise. His business decisions and personal relationships influenced career trajectories of artists on the label. Gordy's romantic involvement with Ross has been documented extensively. This relationship affected how resources and opportunities were distributed within the company. Knight's willingness to discuss the feud publicly came years after the events occurred. Her memoir provided context for the incident and her perspective on the relationship with Ross. The disclosure generated renewed interest in Motown-era dynamics and relationships between female performers. The reconciliation in 2005 occurred decades into both women's careers. By that point, both had established legacies independent of their Motown history. The resolution allowed both artists to move past tensions from earlier in their professional lives. Knight has maintained an active performance schedule throughout her career. She continues to tour and make public appearances. Her vocal ability has remained strong across multiple decades of performing. Knight has also participated in various entertainment projects beyond music. Ross similarly maintains an active career. She continues to perform and has received numerous lifetime achievement honors. Ross's influence on popular culture extends beyond her musical recordings. Her visual presentation and performance style have been widely imitated. The story of the Knight-Ross feud illustrates broader patterns in the entertainment industry. Competition for limited opportunities can create tensions between performers. Gender dynamics in the music business have historically complicated relationships between female artists. The pressure to be viewed as a singular successful woman in a male-dominated industry sometimes pitted female performers against each other. Both Knight and Ross have addressed various aspects of their careers in interviews and memoirs. These accounts provide insight into the challenges faced by Black female performers during the Motown era and beyond. The industry landscape has evolved significantly since their early careers, though competitive dynamics persist. The resolution of their 37-year conflict demonstrates the possibility of reconciliation even after extended periods of tension. Both artists acknowledged past misunderstandings and chose to move forward. The reconciliation reflects maturity and perspective gained over decades in the entertainment industry.